Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, mercy, and safety to all of the Akim on the highways and byways, preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and a healthy shalom to the elect. My name is Rawai, and I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right. Title of this lesson will be The Test is Coming. Did you study? All right. The test is coming. Okay. Did you study? All right. So, Salakia, it's a question that we pose, to the believers, to ourselves. Anybody new coming in, you've been here for a while, it's something to ponder upon. All right. Because anytime, most of us grew up and we've been through the school system to a certain degree. And when you had tests coming up, you had to study because you wanted to pass the test. You wanted to be, you want to be elevated in some sense. You want to show that you can do, that you're capable. Right. So, the question is, we're posing this question in this title, which, basically on the premise of what we know through the scriptures. All right. The test is coming. Did you study? Let me get this first precept real quick. Because when you study, the likelihood of you passing the test is a lot higher than not. All right. Let me get this real quick. Let me just read it. 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Okay. So for the prophets, we are to study. Okay. So we can teach correctly. We can share correctly, deliver the message correctly. All right. And also we can be built up. Okay. So when that ultimate test comes, and when those tests, TESTS, when they come, because they come daily, weekly, and monthly, okay, we're able to pass them. All right. We're able to pass them. And study here, I have it on the screen. It says, it's from Oxford. It says, the devotion of time and attention to acquiring knowledge on an academic subject, especially by the means of books. Okay, the devotion of time and attention. Okay, so in this walk, in this ministry, there has to be a devotion of time and attention. All right, to what we've been hearing, to what we've been taught. All right, to what we still learn daily and weekly and monthly. All right. It says the devotion of time and attention to acquiring knowledge on an academic subject, especially by the means of books. Now, not only is this true on academic subjects, but it's true, when you devote your time to something, a lot of times there is a reward, so to speak. All right. You get something out of devoting your time into something. You become better at it. All right. So it says again, 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Okay, so being able to deliver the message clearly and with, truth and sincerity. Okay, the message, the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, but the test is coming, man. Did you study? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves daily. All right. We need to ask ourselves these things. All right. Let's see where I want to go with it. Salakia. Because you need to be built up, man. We all need to be built up in the times that we're in. All right. The times that we're living in. Okay. Let me get this real quick. Let me just read it. No, let me go get it. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, this phone just be tweaking, man. Try to get your apps and go through all kind of shit. Let me just read it. This is Salakia, just lost. Oh, okay. Judges 5:11. It says, "They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, and in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord." Okay. So we are day in and day out rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. That is a form of studying, doing something repetitious. All right, over and over again, rehearsing the righteous acts, getting comfortable with doing these things. All right, the things in the spirit. Okay. So in turn, when things do go left, we feel, we like our chances. All right. It says, "They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai go down to the gates." All right. So the point I want to make is equating studying with rehearsing righteous acts. Okay. Day in and day out. All right, because like I said, the title of the lesson, the test is coming. Did you study? Did you study? All right. Let me see. Let me get this real quick. Sirach 2:5. It says, Salakia. Sirach 2:5. "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." Okay, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right, so when you're going through things, when you're going through the furnace of adversity, you're being tested. All right, you're being tested. All right. How you respond, how you come out of that test is extremely important, especially when you're in this ministry. All right. When you're doing the will and the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. You're going to be in the fire a lot. You're going to have to deal with a lot of shit. But it says an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So, gold is tried in the fire. Acceptable men in the furnace, catching hell. You know what I'm saying? Going through all kinds of shit. But what does it ultimately do? Okay. It ultimately build you up to be able to withstand things, and it prepares you for the test. It's all about preparation. All right? You gotta prepare. Okay? So studying is rehearsing the righteous acts, following the law, statutes, and commandments, really being a part of this thing, being brotherly, you know, praying to the Lord, doing what you can when the cameras ain't on. All right. Let's read this one more time. Sirach 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable in the furnace of adversity. Okay. That's the portal, for lack of a better word, real men come through. Okay. Some harsh stuff. All right. But again, the test is coming. Right. And we're being tested now. So when we're going through the furnace of adversity, keep in mind that it's a test. All right. It's important we pass, man. Let's see where I want to go next. Let me read this. This is Hebrews 12:6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? All right, so when you're going through shit, catching hell, you're being tested. You're being ready. You're being prepared for the ultimate test. Okay, you're going through things. It's putting you through the ringer. All right. But it says the Lord loves you if he puts you through particular things. And stay locked in and understand that the Lord gets us through. Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah is going to get us through. All right. Let's read it again. Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son whom he receive. So when you in this ministry catching hell, you still have to know that the Lord is with you. All right. He's just putting you in spaces to dealing with things to build you up, to get you ready. All right. It says, verse 7, if ye endure chastening, it says, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? All right. So, hey, man, the test is coming. Have you studied? All right. Is the Lord putting you through particular things down here to build you up and get you ready for that test? Because the ultimate test, I'm going to bring that out on the last precept, Lord willing. But there's tests and shit happening day in and day out. Right? Day in and day out in this faith, family members, work, job, shit kind of happens, shit going on. All right? So keep that in mind, man, when you catch it hell. Let's see. Let's see what else I got. Oh, this is Proverbs 3:5. It says, trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. Okay? So trust in the Lord. Okay? Your way is not the way. Okay? Be in the spirit of studying. Okay, so when the test comes, we all right. Trusting in the Lord, trusting in what the Lord put forth, what he gave us, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding what he gave us. All right? That's how you study. You're being built up. All right? Trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, with all thine heart. Lean not into thine own understanding. All right? Let go of your own mortal, weird theories on shit. Right? It's simple and plain, man. But not yet so simple. All right? It says, know thy ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Right. Right. Following Yahweh Shem Shai and what's been put forth through the apostles, bishops, and elders. Okay, that's the way to go. That's how you study. All right. We gotta stay in that space. Yep, I got it. Yeah, don't go off on a limb trying to figure shit out. You know, reading more into shit and man, listen. It's always good to read into things, but follow Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay? And be ready for hell to break loose. All right? Because that's the times that we're coming in. That's the times that we're in. I think I brought that out already. Oh, let me get this. James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. All right, so when you going through shit, are you being tested on certain levels? Okay, it's building you up. Okay, it's all building you up. And we got to thank Yahweh Shem Shai, the Wadi Yahweh Shem Shai for that. Because imagine not being built up. Okay, not our faith not being tried, not going through shit. And when shit come, we won't be ready. All right. It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. All right. Let me see. Yeah, let me jump back. I was supposed to start here. James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. All right. When you're being tested, when you're going through shit, when you're catching hell. All right. It's not all bad. Okay. You're actually being built up. You're in the classroom. You going through it. You catching hell. You're going to be better next time. All right. You're going to be better next time. Through whatever situation. James 1 and 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. And that's real. So real. All right. So the test is coming, man. Did you study? Did you study? Let me read this real quick. Give me 1 second. Where's this precept at, man? Salakia, give me 1 sec. Okay. Got it. Let me just read it. All right, this is 1 Peter 4 and 12. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. All right, so when you catching hell, all right, the Lord is with you, number one. All right, if you're one of his. All right. And it's all building you up for the test. For the test that you go through daily. That's what it's about. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. All right. So we're studying through all of the fiery trials. We're studying, okay, for the tests. We're looking at our situations and learning from them. Okay? That's how you do it. All right? Let's see. Because, yeah, man, when hey, the test is coming. And everything that we go through in life, all right, they're tests, they're smaller tests on smaller levels. And things are going to get big. Things are going to happen to where you're going to need some sort of foundation. I'll close out here, Revelation 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Okay? How do you do that without studying? All right? You got to study. All right? To be strong enough to keep the word. Okay? It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. All right? That's going to take a lot of, that's going to take for the men who are rooted. All right? I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right? So that hour of temptation is coming. Okay? That Revelation 13, okay? When they mandate the micro C hit it, all right? All right? That's the hour of temptation. Everybody's going to be hit with it. Everybody's going to have to deal with it. You ain't going to be able to run from that. But what are we doing now? Okay, we're studying. We're studying, man. All right? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right? So, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to keep the elect, okay, from the hour of temptation. Because we're all going to be faced with some serious shit, man. We just pray that the Lord is with us so we can pass them tests and pass this test. Okay, this is the test right here. Okay? This is the test right here, the hour of temptation. All right? All right, so yeah, that's it, man. That's really all I got. The test is coming. Did you study? Have you been doing what you need to do and needed to do? All right? To please Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Scriptures tell you to fear the Most High, keep His commandments, simple and plain. All right? So that's it, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, comforting. Man, we got to continue to study, continue to walk in the Spirit. All right? May Yahweh Shem Yahushua be with us. All right? Through these daily tests and through the hour of temptation. All right? If you get anything from this lesson, please know and understand the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The name of His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. Those are the names you call on now and in that dreadful day. Shalom.